Okay, and we're live. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you. I have Susan here. Hi, Susan. How are you?
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Nice to see you. Okay, so we'll do like a proper introduction in a minute, but I just want to say hi. I'm Jessica. I'm the social media and community manager here at University of the People. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. I hope everyone is doing well. Um, let's see, it's been about a week since I saw you guys. Last week I interviewed President Russia for the first day of the new term. Why don't you guys let us know in the comments how the new term is going? I'd love to know. And I hope it goes very well for you. Hi everyone, I see your comments. Thanks so much. Danielis and Andrew. Hi everyone. Okay, I'm just reading your comments. Great, thank you so much. Okay, so why are we here today? Well, I'm here to interview Susan. We like to feature our students' success stories, and if you're interested in being interviewed, you should let us know in the comments, and we'll be happy to consider you for an interview if it fits. So let us know in the comments if you're interested. Also, I'd love to know what our students are studying and where our applicants are from so we can differentiate the two. I also want to say that I included a link to the application page on our website. So if you haven't become a student yet, you can just click there and it will take you straight to the application page. Okay, so let's get into the interview. So, Susan, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where do you live? What do you study? I'll let you take it from here.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Susan, and I currently live in Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania, United States. But I was born and raised in South Korea, specifically Seoul. I moved here back in 2010 during high school time, and I'm currently a health science student in the University of the People. Um, and currently I'm taking ethics and social responsibility and public health too. So in the second year
Okay.
term.
How old were you when you immigrated to the US?
I was I was probably like 15 or so, but I was in high school. So I was like almost done. I had like 1.5 years left in Korean high school. But then when I moved here, I just dropped to 10th grade back again. So I did a little bit more of high school and then went to college after that.
Okay, I understand. So, wow, so you really must, the Korean culture was really a part of you when you immigrated to the US. What was it like immigrating to did you know English when you moved?
Fortunately, I did because I used to live in Vancouver Island in Canada
Oh,
for
okay.
about 10 months. But that was when I was younger, so my pickup of English speaking was faster. And during the schooling in Korea, it's pretty uh, very very strict in a lot of different things.
Yeah.
It's very different from America. When I came to the American high school, I was shocked of how like the courses I can pick myself, that the ones I wanted to. And one of the first courses that I took was anatomy and physiology. I was so excited to take that class because in Korea you just take the courses that are given by the syllabus or given by the schedule of the school, so you don't have freedom.
Right. Yeah, so fun fact for those who have been listening to me for over a year, I actually lived in Korea for a year and a half. So all I know is 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
And then 안녕하세요 and 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
And I know how to order a coffee in Korean. That's about it. But anyways, yeah, it's very strict there, and always felt very bad for the children. I was an ESL teacher there, and I felt really bad for the children because they're like so scheduled and it's very strict and structured. So it's no surprise to me what you're saying. But I love hearing about the different cultures but yeah, so that's super cool that you came to the US and you already knew English. Um, how did you hear, like, what was your journey? So you went to undergrad and then you found University of the People. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your higher education journey?
So after graduating high school, I went to Temple University, and that's in Philadelphia. And after Philly, after Temple, I was an international student back then, so the tuition was super high. And also, the tuition was the biggest concern, and I couldn't prolong the education. So I was actually in the second year, and after that, I just jumped into the business world, doing real estate. And then while doing so, I was just so lost. I love the job, I love the work, I make money and things like that, but I just didn't have the flexibility of time to go, physically go to even a community college. And one day my sister-in-law goes, "Oh, you should, look into University of People." I was like, "What is that?" Like, it sounds so weird, University of the People. And then I looked it up, and it was just amazing. It was just like tailor fit for my needs in regards to time. And I love the tuition part as well. So, that's why I was able to take it. I started it back in January 2020.
Okay.
Time flies. It's almost 2 years, and I just can't believe it. I love it.
So, okay, well, I'm really happy it's working out for you. And how did you choose to study health science? Like, I know you have your own business, you're in real estate. How did you choose to go down the health science course?
Well, from the very early years, that's when I say, like, maybe elementary school. I've been always interested in medicine, human body, anatomy, and physiology. In high school, I was able to do some more in-depth internships or volunteers at hospitals. And I had an experience with, my dad being sick, and I was in the hospital, like almost living in the hospital for like 8 months. That really got me, to think, do I really, want to do this, like work in this field? And eventually the answer was yes. And I did go to biomedical engineering at Temple. And then after that, that was it. Second year, it just got cut off in the middle. And later on, I just had that passion still, and I was still studying, but not like, traditional courses. It was just more like reading about things, getting interested in things like that. I would volunteer for anything that's related to health clinics, and for example, these days, the vaccinations. I just like to be exposed in the healthcare field. So yeah, that's how I chose health sciences.
Yeah, and you actually said something you were telling me before we got on the chat about or on the interview about what you're doing in the Korean community. Do you want to share what you're doing? It's
Yeah,
related.
yeah. Well, so I'm very active in the Korean American community here in Philly. I'm the operational director at the Korean American Chamber, and then it automatically got me into talking with Korean American Association, and then they do multiple different things. This time it's the vaccination. From the recent Asian hate crimes and things like that, we make sure that we talk with the police departments and things like that. But sometimes it's related to health, public health. Sometimes it's related to more of legality, making sure people's voice is heard. And because we're minority here, so everywhere, even if we just collect everybody as Asians, it's still a small body of people. So yeah, I try to help as much as I can.
It's amazing. So you have your own business, you're volunteering. How do you manage you're a student. How do you manage your your studies around your lifestyle?
Whew, that's a tough question, because my lifestyle is not set. Usually, how people work from like time to time, like a specific time frame. I wish I had that. But it comes as an advantage and a disadvantage at the same time. I would be, it could be like 1 a.m. in the morning. I'm still talking to one of my associate, and then, trying to plan something. where I'll be working on a document or contract or things like that. But I guess during the daytime, it's almost impossible to do my homework or like the assignments. But I try
Yeah.
to push it to the nighttime when people don't call. So I try to study during that time, and I always carry my laptop around. So if I have to wait for somebody, or like even at banks, like when I don't know why they make you wait so much, but if you're to wait 20, 30 minutes, why not use that time to just read one chapter? So
Yeah.
I do that kind of thing, but usually it works out well. I do get stressed out a lot, but I try to think about my passion and then just get back to it. So that's how I think I manage it so
Yeah, well,
far.
you're very driven, Susan. I love it. Maybe you can talk a little bit about your experience at University of the People so far, maybe like the instructors, the courses, anything that you can provide to those who may not be sure if University of the People is for them.
Okay, so first of all, learning and studying style, it could be a little different from what you did for, I don't know, like Khan Academy or other online sources that you might have learned with. It's more of, you need to make sure that you do a good time management, and it's not easy to do so. For me, I'm like in between projects of, like, for example, I could be in the middle of construction site and they're like nailing things, and then I will be like on my computer doing homework on on the other side. But if you can manage it, if you can find like little time frames that you can do it. The courses go starting from every Wednesday to until the next Wednesday. So during that week, you can just kind of find out if you have two courses. Okay, let me finish this first assignment on this day until then, and then I think most likely you'll be successful in that. Another thing it was very different for me, and it took time for me to get used to it, was the style of how we are getting graded. So we have discussion posts, written assignment, and learning journals every week. And sometimes we have only two of them or things like that. For discussion posts and written assignment, they get graded by the peers. And sometimes you could get a little bit frustrated in regards to that, just because not all the peers are as serious as you are. But there are amazing peers who do give feedbacks with proper grading as well. But that's what the instructors are for. They're there to make you understand if your grade was not a little lower, or they can correct it if you give them. If you don't even have to give them reasoning, most of the time they just grade it again, and then you could get feedbacks from them. So the instructors, they are I think they're volunteer based, and then they do get back to you right away, which is a good thing. And I haven't had any problems with any instructors yet. I just love all of them. I did have some conflicts with some people, but then if you do, obviously I have an advisor. I have an amazing advisor. Her name is Chukuma, and she has been helping me through. If I misunderstood something, she would explain me everything. So you do have a help. If you weren't able to talk to your instructor, then you could talk to the advisor, and they're always there. So
Wonderful.
but yeah.
Well, that's what we like to hear. Yeah, if anyone ever has any problems at all, like, I encourage you to reach out to your program advisor. They're very responsive. You can always, by the way, if you're having, I see people asking questions like, how can we contact you? You can always DM us on Instagram or Twitter. We're happy to help you guys, or if you're an applicant, admissions@uopeople.edu. So Susan, I know you're very busy. You have your own business. I'm sorry. Is this my dog? Okay. You have your own business, and you are in school, and you're a volunteer. What are your career aspirations in the health science field? Like, what do you see yourself doing after you graduate?
So it's a little big. and I wish I can do it. I always pray to God that make it possible. um, my ultimate goal is to become a licensed doctor and basically serve the underserved communities. It could sound like, oh yeah, it sounds good, but how are you gonna do it? And that's the whole plan of me starting in real estate, because I could have, got hired in a company or things like that. But I didn't do that. I wanted to get some type of more of financial freedom. So meaning that I didn't want to work for a company that give you time to time only set amount of money. Real estate. I'm not trying to sell anything, but like I love real estate. It's not my passion, but I love it in regards to how much freedom that it gives me. So with real estate, I'm able to provide financial stuff. So if my husband is actually from Colombia. So, if I go to Colombia or if I travel to different areas of different worlds, I feel that, it's just being very underserved. And it gets me light up, it gets me like, Susan, you gotta like push more, you gotta study more, and then just fulfill your passion. I don't have specific.
Sorry, Susan. It's like a very important moment. I'm just gonna mute.
It's I don't have like a specific or detailed plan, but I love kids. I love to help people. I like to volunteer and things like that. So like Doctors Without Borders really interests me, fascinates me a lot. I want to become a pediatrician if possible, and so yeah, becoming a licensed doctor and working in a health medical field. But I don't want to be hired by a big company or a big university, hospital, and things like that. So I really hope that financial is not going to be an obstacle for me to go forward with my dream. So I feel like that once I get the license, once I get the experiences and knowledges, I'm gonna be able to better help people in regards to fulfilling the goal of making sure everybody is healthy. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you're very ambitious. I wish you all the success in the world, Susan. You're such a special person, and I really thank you for taking the time to participate in this interview, aside from your busy schedule. So thank you so much. Kamsahamnida.
감사합니다.
So guys, that's all we got. I'm going to let Susan go because she's a busy woman and on a mission, but wishing you all the success and wishing all our students all the success in the new term. And if anyone has any questions, please reach out to your program advisor. You can reach out to me on social media, or your instructor. If you're an applicant and you have questions, you can reach out on it to your admissions advisor or admissions@uopeople.edu. We're all here to support one another. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. And Susan, thank you again. I hope you have a lovely day.
Thank you. You too. Everyone have a lovely day or night.
Yeah, that's true. Lovely day or lovely night to everyone. Okay, and someone, Mao, said, you are inspiring, Susan. I'm just going to show. And I agree.
Oh my gosh, thank you
You
so
are
much.
very, very inspiring. So thank you for this this very motivational, inspirational live event. I really appreciate it. Okay, everyone, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Ciao.